Hello friends, welcome to the channel Simply Mathematical. Today in this video let us do the exercise 1.4. Okay, so let us look at the first problem. So the first problem here is you have a set x which is equal to the set 1, 3, 5 and a set y which is equal to set 1, 2, 3. Okay, here what you have to do is you have to find the union. Okay, so let us see how to do the first problem. So x is equal to 1, 3, 5. Okay, y is equal to 1, 2, 3. Now you have to find the union of x and y. So x union y. Okay, now in union what you have to do is you have to take all the elements of x and all the elements of y. Okay, now what you do here, you write all the elements of x first. Okay, so 1, 3, 5, right, and then you go to the set y. So you have to write all the elements of set y. Okay, now 1 is already written here, right, then you have to write 2. Okay, and 3 is already written, right, so the only elements in the union will be these many. Okay, so that is the first problem. Okay, x union y. Now let us go to the third problem. What is the third problem? In the third problem you have a set A which is equal to set of all x such that x is a natural number and multiple of 3. Okay, and the set B is equal to set of all x such that x is a natural number less than 6. Okay, now if you write the set A, so the set A here is x such that x is a natural number and multiple of 3, right. So now if you write the set A in terms of roster form, right, what you will get, what are the multiples of 3? So multiples of 3 starts from 3, then 6, then 9 and so on, right. So this will be the set A, right. Now we have to write the set B. So the set B is what? The set B is x such that x is a natural number less than 6. Okay, so here you have to write all the natural numbers which are less than 6. So you will get 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right. So this will be the set B. Now if you take the union of A and B, right, so what you will get? So now what I will do here is, since you know that by the commutative law A union B is equal to B union A, that is you can take the operation union in any order for the two sets, right. A union B is same as B union A. So what I will do is I will take the set B first and write all the elements of the set B here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now you go to the set A. So set A is having first the element 3 here, right. So 3 is already written here, right. Then you go to the next element. So 6 is not written, right, so 6 is there, then 9 and so on. Okay, so this will be the set A union B. Okay, now let us look at the fifth problem. So what is the fifth problem? Here you have A equal to set of 1, 2, 3 and B equal to the empty set. Okay, so let us see what we get when we take the union of A and B. So A is given to be 1, 2, 3, right, and B is given to be the empty set. Okay, now A union B you have to find, right? So it is set 1 2 3 union the empty set. Okay, now what will be this? So you have to take the union of these two sets. So in union, what you have to do, you have to write first the element of the first set. So you have 1 2 3, right, and then the elements of the second set you have to write, right? But here you can see that the second set is empty set, right? So this has no element, so the only elements in the union will be 1 2 and 3. Okay, so now let us go to the second problem, right? So what is the second problem? The second problem is, let A be equal to the set A comma B, let B be equal to the set A B C, right? They are asking you, is A a subset of B? Okay, and the second question is, what is A union B? Okay, so first let us answer the first question here. Okay, so A is given to be the set A comma B, and B is given to be the set A B C. Okay, now they are asking whether A is a subset of B. Then you can see that all the elements of this set A are in the set B, right? So A is a subset of B here. Okay, now the second question is, what is A union B? So A union B is equal to what? How you have to take union? So you have to first write all the elements of the first set, so that is A comma B, right? And then you have to go to the second set and write all the elements of the second set. Now you can see here A is already written, right? Then you go to the second element B, so B is also already written, so you have to write C. Okay, so A union B is nothing but the set A B C. Okay, and you can see that this set A B C is what? Is nothing but the set B. Okay, so we have found out the set A union B for the second example. Okay, now let us go to the third example. So third example is, if A and B are two sets such that A is a subset of B, right, then what is A union B? So now they have given that the set A is a subset of the set B, right? We have to tell what is A union B. So you look at the Venn diagram. So you know that in the Venn diagram, this is the universal set, right? Now since A is the subset of B, you have to draw two sets, right? So this set here is the set B. Okay, and it is given that A is the subset of B, right? So A is the smaller set which is a subset of B, so the set A will be inside the set B. Okay, so this is the Venn diagram, right? Now what is the meaning of A is the subset of B? So A is the subset of B means all the elements of A, okay, are the elements of B. So you have to draw the set A inside the set B. Okay, now they are asking you that what is A union B here. Okay, what is A union B? So this is the set A, right, and this is the set B. Now what is A union B? A union B means all the elements of A and all the elements of B. Okay, so all the elements of A means all this, right, and all the elements of B means what? All these, right? Okay. Now what is the union? So you can see that the union is nothing but the set B only, right? So A union B, right, is equal to the set B, right? Because all the elements of A are in B, so while taking the elements of B, right, you are also taking the elements of A. So the union will be the set B. Okay. Okay, now let us go to the fourth problem. So the fourth problem is, there are given 4 sets, right? So you have 4 sets, right? That is A, then B, then C, then D, right? So first let us find out the first answer, okay, for the first problem. So A union B you have to find out, right? So what will be A union B? Now A union B will be nothing but all the elements of A and all the elements of B. Okay, so what you will get is 1, 2, right, 3, then 4, right? Now you have to write all the elements of B. Now you can see that 3 is already written here, right? Then 4 is already written. So we have to write 5 and 6. Okay. So that will be A union B. Now let us go to the fifth problem here. Okay. So fifth problem. In the fifth problem you have to find A union B union C. Okay. So A union B union C you have to find. Now how you can write this as is, so I'll write it as A union B, okay, bracket union C. Okay. Now what is the meaning of this? So this means that A union B operation is done first. Okay. So first you are doing the operation A union B, and the result that you get, you are taking that result union with C. Okay. Now A union B we have already calculated here, right? So A union B is what? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You will take union with the set C. The set C is 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So now you have to take the union of these two sets, right? So what do? You have to write all the elements of the first set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then you have to go to the second set. So you can see that 5 element is already written, right? The element 6 is also already written. So you have to write 7 and 8. Okay. So this is the set A union B union C. Okay. Now let us go to the seventh problem. So what is the seventh problem? So in the seventh problem you have to find B, right? B, okay, union C union D. Okay. Now B union C will be what? So B, right, union C. So in union what you have to do? You have to first write all the elements of the first set. So that will be nothing but 3, right, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. So we are taking first the operation B union C, right? We were taking this operation first. Okay, so we have to do B union C. So I have written all the elements of B first. Okay, okay. So then you have to go to the set C, right? So you have to go to the set C. So what it will be? 5, 6. No, 5 and 6 is already written. Then you have to write 7, right? And then 8. Okay. So this will be the set B union C. Okay. And then you have to take that union with the set D. Okay. So the set D is what? 7, 8, right? 9, 10. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now here you have to take the union of these two sets. Okay. So what you will do? You will write all the elements of the first set, right? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Now you have to go to the second set. So this element 7 is already written, right? So 8 is also already written. So you have to write 9 and 10. Okay. So this will be the set B union C union D. Okay. So now let us go to the fifth problem. Okay. Now what is the fifth problem? The fifth problem is find the intersection of each pair of sets of question 1 above. Okay. Now we have solved the question 1 here for union, right? Now the fifth question is you have to take these examples and find their intersections. Okay. So what was the first problem we solved? It was here. So x is equal to 1, 3, 5, y equal to 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the fifth problem, x is equal to 1, 3, 5, right? And y is equal to 1, 2, 3. Here you have to find x intersection y. Okay. So fifth problem is you have to find the intersection of each pairs of sets of question 1 above. Okay. So x intersection y is what? X intersection y means you have to take all the elements of x and y which are common, okay, to both the sets. Now 1 here is common, right, for x and y. So 1 will be there in the set x intersection y. Okay. And then 3 is also common here, right? So 3 will also be in the set x intersection y. Okay. So x intersection y equal to set of 1 comma 3 is the answer, okay, for the first problem. Okay. Now let us go to the third problem here. So the third problem of the first, right? So there a was equal to 3, 6, 9 and so on. Okay. And b was equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now you can see that the common elements, okay, so what we have to find here is a intersection b, right? So what will be a intersection b? So a intersection b is all those elements which are common to both a and b. Okay. Now you can see that 3 is common, okay, to both a and b. So the element 3 will be there, right? And you can see that no other element is common to both a and b. Okay. So only element in the set A intersection B is 3. Okay. Now let us go to the fifth problem. Okay. So fifth problem is A equal to 1 to 3, right? So A equal to 1, 2, 3, right? And B was equal to empty set, right? So this was the fifth problem, right? Now you have to take here A intersection B, right? So that you have to take the set 1, 2, 3, right? Intersection with the empty set. Okay. Now what do you mean by intersection? Intersection means you have to take all those elements which are common to both the first set and the second set, right? Here you can see that no element is common to the both sets, right? So what you are getting is an empty set, okay, because there is no element common to both this set. Okay. Now let us go to the sixth problem. Okay, let us go to the sixth problem. So the sixth problem is, you are given, right, the set A equal to 3, 5, 7, 9, right, 11, then set B equal to 7, 9, 11, 13, right. The set C is equal to 11, 13, 15, right, and the set D equal to 15 and 17. Okay. So here you have to solve these questions, right. So let us look at the question number 8, okay, for the sixth one. So question number 8. What is question number 8? Question number 8 is you have to find A intersection B union D, right. So first we will find B union D. Okay. First we will find B union D. What will be B union D? B union D means just taking all the elements of B and all the elements of D. Okay. So you will get 7, right, 9, then 11, then 13, right, then 15, and then 17, right. So now we have to find A intersection B union D. Okay. Now the set A is what? Is the set 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, right. Okay. That is the set A. Then intersection B union D is this, right. So 7, 9, then 11, then 13, right, then 15, and then 17. Okay. So now here what you have to do is you have to find the intersection, right. So all the elements which are common to both these sets you have to take, right. So you can see that 7 is common here, right, 9 is common, right, 11 is common. Okay. So the elements which are common are 7, 9, 11. Okay. And those will be in the intersection, right. So this is the answer, okay, for this set A intersection B union D. Okay. Now let us go to the ninth problem. Okay, let us go to the ninth problem. So ninth problem is you have to find A intersection B union, okay, A intersection B, sorry, intersection B union C, okay. Right, so this we have to find. Okay, now what are the sets here? A is 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, okay, and B is 7, 9, 11, 13, okay. So what we have to do is, first we have to find the intersection of A and B, okay. So A intersection B, right, so that is nothing but the set. So this will be equal to 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, right, that is the set A, okay, intersection the set B, that is 7, 9, 11, 13, okay, 7, 9, 11, 13, okay. Now so here you have to take the intersection of these sets, right. So you have to look at the elements which are common to both, right. So 7 is common here, right, 9 is common and 11 is common, right. So the elements in the set will be 7, 9 and 11, right. So now you have to find this set, okay, B union C. So B union C will be equal to what? So B union C will be B, which is 7, 9, 11, 13, union C, which is 11, 13, 15, okay. So 7, 9, 11, 13, right, union 11, 13, 15, okay, that is the set C, 11, 13, 15, right. Now here you have to take union of these two sets, okay. So what you will get is, in the union what you have to do, you have to write the elements of the first set, right, first. So 7, 9, 11, 13, right, then you go to the second set, right. Now 11 is already written here, okay, and 13 is also already written, right. So you have to write 15. Okay. Now we can find this set, okay. So having find out, since we have found out this set, right, so then we can find out this set now, okay. So A intersection B intersection B union C, okay. So that will be 7, 9, 11, okay, intersection 7, 9, 11, 13 and 15, okay, right. So now see here, this set here, you have to take the intersection of both these sets, right. So 7 is common, right, in intersection what you will do, you will take all the elements which are common to both the sets, okay. So 7 is common, 9 is also common and 11 is also common, right. So 7, 9, 11 will be the set, okay, the answer, right, for this, okay, A intersection B intersection B union C, okay. Now let us go to the 8th problem, okay. Let us go to the 8th problem. So what is the 8th problem? So in the 8th problem you have to find which of the following pairs of sets are disjoint, okay. So the first problem here is 1, right, 2 3 4 and the set x such that x is a natural number and 4 is less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 6. Okay, so let us write the set A first. Okay, so this is the first problem. Set A is what? 1 2 3 okay, 4. Okay, and the set B is given as x such that x is a natural number and 4 is less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 6. Okay, so x is a natural number and 4 is less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 6. Okay, now you can see that the set A is given to be 1 2 3 4, right? This is the set A, right, which is given to you. Now B set will be what in terms of roster form? So it is x is a natural number and 4 is less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 6, right? So 4 will be one element, right? Then 5 and then 6, right? Because 4 is a natural x is a natural number between 4 and 6, including 4 and 6, because it is less than or equal to, right? Less than or equal to. So 4 5 and 6 are the elements in the set B. Okay, now you have to tell in the 8th problem which of the following pairs of sets are disjoint. Okay, now what do you mean by disjoint? So disjoint means A intersection B, right, is empty, right? Disjoint means the two sets don't have any common element, okay, between them. So the intersection of those sets will be empty set, right? So that is known as disjoint sets. Okay, so when A intersection B, you will get it as empty set, right? Then A and B are said to be disjoint sets. Okay, A and B do not have any common element between them. Okay, now let us go to the okay, we were doing the first problem, right? So the first problem here is this, right? You have to check now the A intersection B. So the A intersection B will be nothing but the set 1 2 3 4, right, intersection with the set 4 5 6, right? So you can see that here the common elements are or is, right, there is only one common element, that is 4, right? So you will get singleton set 4. Okay, now singleton set 4 has one element in it, right? So this set is not empty set. Okay, so this set is not equal to empty set. Okay, so whenever the intersection of the two sets A and B is not empty, right, then they are not disjoint, right? So because see, the intersection should be empty, then only the sets will be disjoint, right? So here you are getting the intersection of two sets as non-empty, right? So the two sets are not disjoint sets. Okay, okay, now let us go to the third problem here, right? So what is the third problem? The third problem is the set of all x such that x is an even integer, right, and x is such that x is an odd integer. Okay, so in the third problem for the 8th problem, right, third problem of the 8th problem, you have a set A. Oh, there are no names for the set, so let us take the first set as A. Okay, here, so it is nothing but set of all even integers. Okay, so what will be the set A? The set A will be 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on, right? Now what is the set B? We'll take set B as set of all odd integers. Okay, right? So what will be the set B? The set B will be equal to 1, 3, 5, right, 7 and so on. Okay, now you have to tell whether the set A and B are disjoint sets. Okay, that is, you have to check the intersection of A and B. So A intersection B, let us see what it is. So 2, 4, 6, 8, right, intersection with 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, now you can see that no element is common for these two sets, right, because no even integer is an odd integer and no odd integer will be an even integer, right? So this intersection will be empty set. Okay, and so therefore A and B are disjoint sets. Okay, right, disjoint sets. Okay, now let us go to the ninth problem. Okay, let us go to the ninth problem. So the ninth problem is what? You are given 4 sets, right, A, B, C, D. Okay, you have to find the sets A minus B, right, and so on. Okay, so the difference of the sets you have to find. Okay, now the first problem. Okay, the first problem, let us see, of the ninth one. Okay, so that is A minus B. Okay, so what is the set A? Set A is 3, 6, 9, 12, right, 15, 18, 21, right, and minus set B is this, right, so that is 4, 8, right, 12, then 16, right, and 20. Okay, now here what you have to do is you have to subtract, or you have to remove the elements of A which are also in B. Okay, so you have to remove all the elements of, you have to remove the elements of A which are also in B. So 3 is not in B, right, 6 is not in B, 9 is not in B, 12 is in B, right, so this you have to cancel. So 15 is not in this set, right, 18 is also not in this set, 21 is also not in this set. So the set which remains after you remove the element 12 from the set A is 3, 6, right, then 9, 15, 18 and 21. Okay, so that is the set A minus B. Okay, now let us go to the 12th problem, right. So 12th problem. So what is the 12th problem? So you have to find okay, you have to find D minus C. Okay, D minus C set you have to find, that is the difference of sets. Okay, so D minus C, so D set is what? So 5, right, then 10, then 15, right, then 20, right, minus the set C. So set C is what? Set C is 2, then 4, okay, then 6, then 8, right, then 10, then 12, right, then 14, and then 16. Okay, now D minus C means what you have to do here? You have to remove all the elements from the set D which are also in C. Okay, so you can see that 5 is not there in this, right? 10 is there in this set, so you have to cancel the element 10. Then 15 is not there in this set, and then 20 also is not there in this set, right? So the set that you will get is 5, right, then 15, okay, and then 20, right? So this is the set D minus C. Okay, now let us go to the 11th problem. Okay, 11th problem. So the 11th problem is what? If R is the set of real numbers, okay, and Q is the set of rational numbers, then what is R minus Q? So that is the problem 11th. Okay, so you have a set R which you know that it is a set of real numbers, right, and you have a set Q which is the set of rational numbers. Okay, you have to find what is the set R minus Q, that is the difference of sets R and Q. Okay, so now you know that, right, you know that the set R is made up of natural numbers, integers, rational numbers and irrational numbers. Okay, so if you write the set R, right, as a rectangle, okay, this is the set R. Okay, now you know that the set R is made up of natural numbers, integers, okay, and the rational numbers and irrational numbers, right? So what you can do is, and see, you know that the set of rational numbers consist of the natural numbers, right? Because if you write the element 2 in the natural numbers, you can write it as 2 by 1, right? So this is also a rational number. Okay, so the rational number contains the set n, right? Because every element in the natural number, you can write it as the rational number like this, right? 2 by 1. Okay, for example, if you have minus 3 is not a sorry, natural number. So if you have any other natural number, say for example 100, you can write it as 100 by 1, right? Okay, so you can write the natural numbers as rational numbers. So the natural numbers are contained in the rational numbers. Okay, now if you look at the set Z, okay, that is the set of integers. Here also, if you have integer minus 3, right, you can also write this as a rational number, so 3 by 1, right? So here also for integers you can write every integer as a rational number, so the set of integers will also be contained in this rational numbers, right? Because every element is a element in this set, so Z is a subset of Q, right? So what you have, N is a subset of Q, then Z is a subset of Q, right? And you have the rational numbers, right? The pure rational numbers, the fractions, right? The fractions, okay? Fractions like what? 1 by 2, right? 3 by 5, okay? Then also you have minus 7 by 4, okay? So all these numbers, so those are, we can those are what? The pure rational numbers. Okay, so pure rational numbers are also there in this, right? So what you have is this real numbers are divided into two sets. Okay, Q, it is the set of rational numbers. Okay, and what remains, you have the irrational numbers, right? So this script T is nothing but set of irrational numbers, right? This Q has what? Natural numbers, then integers and fractions, right? Okay, so these are all in the rational numbers. Okay, only the elements which are not in the rational numbers are what? Are the irrational numbers, right? So if you do R minus the set Q, right? So what do you mean by R minus Q? So it is a set, okay, or R minus Q means you have to remove all the elements of R which are in Q, right? You have to remove all the elements in R which are in Q, right? So what you will remove? The natural numbers, the integers, the fractions, so all the rational numbers you are removing, right? So what will remain? So this is removed, right? This is removed. What will remain is the set of irrational numbers. Okay, so R minus Q is nothing but script T, okay, which is nothing but the set of irrational numbers. Okay, okay, so that's it, guys. Hope you have liked my video. If you have liked my video, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Okay, so see you guys in the next video.